Hello! Welcome to week 2 of May's Mindful Moments, and this week is all about unity. So if you've received the mindful message, that's this week's theme. This is our Vinyasa class, our Vinyasa flow, and just a reminder, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our future videos. Enjoy! So we're going to be starting kneeling on the mat. So you can either come onto your knees with just normally, you can come on with a block or a cushion underneath to help support you, and if it's really uncomfortable for you on your knees, you can come to cross-legged or whatever's comfortable for you. And we're just going to begin by closing down the eyes, letting the palms either float down by your side or in your lap with the palms facing up. Just beginning to settle here, pausing for a moment. Notice where your breath is. Notice where your mind is, your thoughts. Have you got thoughts rushing? Are you feeling quite calm already? Just noticing, but not judging yourself. And throughout this class, we're going to be uniting our movement and our breath, our mind, our body, our spirit perhaps. And I'd like you here to just take a moment to set an intention. So perhaps something you're going to feel, something you're going to do. I'm going to be at peace, I'm going to feel joy, whatever it is. Set that intention in your mind's eye and then imagine it already done. Picture yourself already succeeding that intention. Good. And then slowly blinking the eyes open. We're going to inhale, reaching the arms up above the head. Clasp the fingers together and press towards the sky. Exhale, release down by your sides. Taking the hands behind, interlock the fingers, pressing it behind. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, release the hands, taking it in front of the body. Clasp the fingers and push it out. Exhale. Inhale, back to center. Take it again. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Open the chest, take the gaze up. Exhale, down by the side, taking the hands behind. Lock the fingers. Inhale, press and open the chest. Exhale, release. Inhale, press forward, curve the back. Exhale, release, arms to the side. And again, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, down by your side, take the hands behind the back, interlock the fingers. Inhale, press open the chest, take the gaze up. Exhale, release, hands in front. Inhale, press. Good. Exhale, release. We take that one more time. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, down by your side. Taking the arms behind, interlock. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, release. In front. Inhale, press. Exhale, release. And down to your side. Nice. Just pausing there for a moment. We're just going to take a few little shoulder rolls. We've started to connect our mind to our breath to our body, to our movements. Really nice. And we're just going to come forward into a tabletop position now. So moving out the way any cushions or blocks you've got, come into all fours. Make sure that you've got knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Nice. Brush off any dust. And we're going to take a couple of cat-cows. So inhale, lifting the heart, open the heart, chest up. Good. Exhale, taking it the other way. Tuck the tailbone under, curve through the spine, lift the top of the back up to the sky. Good. Inhale, take it the other way, open the chest. Work through each vertebrae in the back. Exhale, take it the other way. Good. Inhale, open the chest, work through the vertebrae one at a time. Open it up. Exhale, take it the other way. And now just connecting to your breath pattern. So take that in your own time. Connecting with your breath. Working through each vertebrae by vertebrae. And perhaps coming off the beaten track. Nice. Moving around the spine. just really enjoying the yummy movements of uniting the body and the breath. And feel how good that feels for us to just play around, doing exactly what your body needs. Nice. And when you're ready, just coming back to center, finding stillness there. And we're just going to begin by getting our foundation, so pressing each fingertip into the mat and our knuckles into the mat. Soften the elbows slightly. Open the back, the top of the back. Spread those shoulder blades. Good. Pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. And before we do anything, we should feel a nice engagement here of all the muscles. The leg muscles are engaging, and that already we can feel that. And once we've got this grounded position, engaging the core towards the spine, we're going to stretch our right foot towards the back of the mat and then lift that leg up off of the ground. Nice. To hip height or below if that's more comfortable for you. And once you've found your balance there, grounding through your right hand, lift that left hand, not left leg, reach it forward. Good. And I want you to feel a nice stretch right from your left fingertip all the way to your right big toe. For that nice long line. Pulling the navel towards the spine. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, draw the knee towards the elbow. Pulling everything in and up. It meets, and then you take it out. Inhale, extend. Open. Exhale, draw it in. Knee to elbow, really nice. Inhale, open, and your knee doesn't have to touch the elbow, but you're feeling that pull towards each other. Exhale, draw together. Imagine there's a magnet on the knee, a magnet on the elbow. One more on this side. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw it together. Hold it there. Pull everything together, in and up, and then release to the mat. Good. Just pause there for a moment. Notice how that feels. We've worked one side. And we're going to take the other. So grounding down again, finding your foundation, fingertips into the mat, engaging the core, and then sending that left foot back and up to hip height or below. Good. Once you've found your balance here, making sure that the hips are equal and shining down towards the earth. We're going to ground down for the left hand and reaching that right hand up. Reach the arm forward. And then imagine that long line from the right fingertips to the left toes. Good. You find your balance here. Inhale. Exhale, draw the knee towards the elbow. Good. Meet in the middle. Inhale, open. Reach. Exhale, draw the knee towards the elbow. Remember, they don't have to touch, but imagine that magnet drawing them together. Inhale out. Stretch, reach, exhale, draw together. Good. Inhale out, reach, exhale, draw it together. Really good. One more. Inhale out, reach it, and exhale, draw the knee towards the elbow. Hold it here, squeezing everything in and up, and then release it to the mat. Good. Nice. So we're hopefully starting to get warm in the body. Yeah, good. Feeling the abs engaging, the leg muscles. Just moving through another little bit of movement around the spine. Whatever feels good for you there. And then coming back to your tabletop, pressing again, getting that ground in, pressing the fingertips into the mat. You're going to tuck the toes under, and we're going to come to a hovering tabletop before we lift. So lifting the knees up off of the mat, engage the legs, engage the thigh muscles, engage the navel towards the spine, press those fingertips into the mat. Full body sensation right now. And then send those hips up and back to our first down dog of the class. So walking through, pedaling through this down dog, pedaling through the legs, moving the hips, getting groovy, uniting the body. Nice. You're starting to soften the elbows, draw the shoulders down, up and away from the ears. Press those fingertips into the mat, ground the heels towards the mat. If they don't touch, that's absolutely fine. And imagine that I've come behind and I'm pulling your hips up towards the sky, at the same time as you grounding your heels towards the mat, so don't let them fly off. Good. Starting to find stillness perhaps, or maybe you're still moving, that's absolutely fine. Keep breathing here. We're going to take one more round of breath. One big exhale. Sigh it out. And then we're going to shift all the body forward into a high plank. So shifting the weight over onto into the hands, and you might need to step your feet back here. Come into a high plank. So making sure that the elbows are softened. Make sure you're not just sticking the bum up in the air. Really good. Engaging this full body sensation again. One more inhalation here. Pull the navel towards the spine. Exhale, send the hips up and back to your down dog. Good. Grounding the heels, step the feet up a little bit. Good. Grounding the heels towards the mat. Melting the heart towards the thighs. Really good. And then bending the knees, looking up at the hands. We're going to step one step at a time, our feet up to meet the hands. And we're going to come to a ragdoll at the top of the mat. So just folding forwards, releasing everything. Release the head, the crown of the head towards the mat. Release the arms, release the shoulders, release the neck. We're just going to hang out in our ragdoll. So you might want to let your hands flop to the floor. You might want to clasp your elbows. You might want to take a gentle swing side to side, really mindfully and gently here. Soften the knees. Keep the core engaged. We're not just hanging, we're still supporting ourselves. Good. And then taking the hands to your thighs to press yourself up. Engage the core, flat back, coming to stand. Nice. And then facing the palms forward. Roll the shoulders back once, nice and open chest. Come into our Tadasana. Nice tall mountain pose. Crown of the head reaching up towards the sky. We feel those 3 points of contact in our feet, our big toe mound, our little toe mound, and our heel. We soften the knees. We feel the legs engaged, the core engaged, chest open, crown lifted. Nice. We're going to take a sun salutation. So inhale, lifting the arms up. Exhale, dive it down, flat back towards the mat. Good. Place the hands on the mat and bending the knees, soften the knees. Inhale, come up halfway, flat back. You can bring your hands up to your thighs to get this nice tabletop position here, or perhaps your shins or the mat. So whatever's good for you to access that flat back. Nice. And on your next exhale, fold it down, forward fold. Good. And then placing the hands into the mat, stepping the feet back one at a time, high plank. Inhale, shift the weight forwards over the hands. Lower the knees, tuck the elbows in close to the rib cage and press it down to the mat. Good. Inhale, we're going to come up to a baby cobra. So little to no weight in the hands, lifting the chest up. On your next inhalation, opening the chest up. Press the toes into the mat. Exhale, take it down. Good. Pressing the hands into the mat, tuck the toes, come into all fours, tabletop. And then lifting the hips, downward dog. Exhalation. Nice. Pausing for 2 rounds of breath. Finding stillness in your down dogs now. Grounding the heels towards the mat. Soften the elbows. Shoulders away from the ears. Melt the heart. Good. Bend the knees, look up at the hands and step the feet up to meet the hands. Come back to our forward fold on your exhalation. Inhale, your version of halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, release down. And then inhale, reverse dive all the way up, arms wide, fingertips meet above the head, take the gaze up, and then hands down through heart center. Nice. And we're going to take that again and add on a little bit. So inhale, reach the arms up, take the gaze high, exhale, dive it down. Inhale, halfway up, your version. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step the feet back, shift the weight forwards, high plank, lower the knees, keep the elbows in and press the chest down towards the earth. Inhale, come up halfway. Nice. Baby Cobra. Little to no weight in the hands. Exhale, release it down. Good. Tuck the toes. Come back through your tabletop to your down dog. Send the hips up and back. Nice. Grounding down through the heels. And this time we're going to come to our three-legged dog. So grounding down through our left foot. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Keep the hips nice and equal facing down. And then draw that knee towards the nose. Good. Pull it in and up. And then step in that foot as high as you can get. If you need to then grab it to pull it up, that's fine. Stepping it up between the hands. We're going to keep our back heel lifted. And inhale, come up to a high lunge. So it's not a warrior one. We've still got that heel lifted. Inhale, reaching the arms up above the head. Nice. So we want our front knee over our ankle, stacked over. We want our hips facing forward, like headlights. We want to draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Reach the arms up, and if you want, taking the gaze forward or slightly up. Really nice. Feeling that engagement in the thigh muscles. Pull the navel towards the spine, tuck the tailbone. Good. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, take the hands down, frame that front foot. Step it back to meet the back leg. And then shift the weight forwards. Inhale, high plank, lower the knees, press down. Good. Exhale. Inhale, come up. Baby Cobra or full Cobra if you want to here. Pressing up. Opening the chest out and making sure that we don't injure our lower back here, so keeping the core engaged. We're not crunching that lower back. Good. One more round of breath there. And then exhale, take the chest down to the mat, up into your tabletop. Press the hips up and back, down dog. Nice. Ground in the heels. Good. Grounding through that right foot now. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Good. Draw the knee to the nose. Hold it here, pull everything in and up, and step that foot as high as you can get it up towards your hands, and adjust it if you need to. Good. Inhale, lifting the torso up, keeping that back heel lifted, reaching the arms up above the head, checking in. Are your hips facing forward? Are they in line? Is your knee stacked over your ankle? Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Engage the core, navel to spine. And then take that gaze forward or up slightly. Really nice. Keep smiling. Keep uniting the breath with the movement. Good. One more inhalation. Exhale. Frame that front foot with the hands, stepping it back to meet the back foot. Inhale. Shift the weight forwards over the hands. High plank. Ground the knees. Lower the chest. Exhale. Inhale, Baby Cobra or Cobra. And then if you want to, from your Cobra here, sending the hips up and back straight to your down dog or coming back through your tabletop. Good. 2 rounds of breath. Noticing how the body's feeling as we keep adding on to the flow. Good. And then bending the knees, looking up at the hands, stepping the feet up to meet the hands. Good. Inhale, come up halfway. Flat back. Exhale, release down, forward fold. Inhale, take the arms wide. Reverse dive. Fingertips meet and down through heart center. Nice. Releasing the hands, Tadasana, mountain pose. Good. We're going to add on one more time. Inhale, reach the arms up. Take the gaze high. Exhale, dive it down, flat back. Inhale, come up halfway, your version. Flat back. Exhale, release, forward fold. Plant the hands into the mat, step the feet back. High plank, shift the weight forwards. Inhale, lower the knees. Press the chest down towards the earth. Inhale, come up. Back bend of your choice, high Cobra or Baby Cobra. Exhale, release. Come up through tabletop towards your down dog. Lift the hips, ground the heels, soften the elbows. Good. Grounding your left foot. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Reach the right leg up. Exhale, draw the knee towards the nose. Pull it in and up, and stepping it up as high as you can go. Good. Inhale, coming back up to your lunge, your high lunge. Shoulders down away from the ears, reach the arms up. Keep the core engaged. And this time, we're going to take our hands down by our sides, take them slightly behind, aeroplane arms, and shifting the weight forwards over that front foot, that right foot. Pausing here, so we're breathing, we're engaging the navel towards the spine. We're feeling all the weight shifting into that right leg, engaging those muscles. Pausing here if you want to, or if you'd like to play around with your warrior 3, we're going to shift the weight fully into that right foot, that grounded leg, and stepping that left leg up off of the mat. And you can go as high as you want. You can stay here. You can start reaching it up towards the sky, towards hip height, not towards the sky, wherever is comfortable for you. Trying to make sure that the hips are both facing down. Lifting that leg up to hip height, toes facing down, flexed foot. Taking the arms out by your side or in front of you, wherever's good for you with that warrior 3. Grounding through that right leg, really nice, flat back. And remember, this doesn't have to be as high. You can keep it just off of the ground. You can keep that back toe on the ground. Good, so starting to play around with that, engaging all the muscles in that right leg. The left leg to hold it up, keep it straight. Good, and then we're gonna bend that left knee, draw it up, stand up straight. Draw that left knee to center and release. Nice. Back to your mountain pose, really nice. And wobbles are all welcome, shaking is welcome. We love it all. So just shake it out, open it up, just pause for a moment. And just notice now how one side feels different to the other. We've done a warrior 3, our peak pose on one side. And then we'll take the other. So inhale, opening the eyes, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive it down. Inhale, halfway up, your version. Exhale, release, forward fold. Plant the hands, step the feet back. Good. Inhale, shift forward, high plank, lower the knees, elbows tucked, press it down. Good. Inhale, coming up, lifting the chest, opening the chest, baby cobra or cobra. Exhale, release. Send the hips back, tuck the toes, downward dog. Grounding the heels towards the earth. Grounding that right foot. Inhale, we're going to lift the left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw that knee towards the nose. Stepping it up as high as you can go. Good. Inhale, coming up, high lunge. Keeping that back heel lifted, knee stacked over ankle, shoulders away from the ears. Checking in here again with all the checkpoints of our high lunge. And then beginning to shift the weight forwards over that left leg. So taking the arms down out by your sides, slightly behind you, those aeroplane arms, really nice. Shifting that weight, keeping the core engaged, keeping the leg muscles all engaged, pulling up towards the hips. The gaze on the floor just in front. And then either pausing here and holding it here, or shifting the weight forward completely out of that back foot and lifting it up off of the mat slightly, perhaps just a toe, perhaps lifting it up as high as you want to go, and aiming to come to hip height. Taking the arms out by your side or in front of you, wherever helps with your balance. Find your drishti point, your focus point on the ground beneath you, just in front of you. Engage that navel to spine. Really nice, keeping the hips facing forward, facing the earth. Really good. Letting those wobbles come, and wobbling means that every single muscle in our body is engaging, so that's really nice feeling. Or maybe not while you're in the pose, but afterwards it'll be nice. Challenging, yeah. Good. Toes pointing down towards the earth, flexed foot, really good, really nice. And then bending that knee, coming back, bringing that foot up to the front, and then releasing it down onto the mat. Nice, coming to your mountain pose, your Tadasana. I'm really just wobbling it out here, letting out any tension, any kinks that were caused. Good, closing down the eyes. And I want you to come back to your intention here that you set at the beginning of the class. Have you been sticking to that intention so far in this class. Just noticing that with non-judgment. Good. Opening up the eyes. We're going to come to our chair pose. So big toes together, heels slightly apart. We're going to inhale, reach the arms forward, send the hips back. Imagine you're sitting on a chair. Send those hips right back, keep the knees together, really nice. And bending those knees. And look down and check you can see your toes. If you can't see your toes, if your knees are in the way, then send those hips back even more. Really good. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Tuck the tailbone under. Keep the core engaged. Take the gaze in front or up if that's good for your neck. And I challenge you here to sink even lower if that works for you. Nice. 3, 2, 1. And forward fold. Nice, well done. Really good. And just release it out here in your ragdoll again, either clasping the arms, the elbows, or just resting the hands on the mat or on your shins, wherever's good for you. And then we're going to bend the knees here, bringing the bum down towards the mat. So however's comfortable for you to come to a seated position. Being mindful here. Nice. And we're going to straighten the legs. We're going to come to our stick pose, our Tadasana. So stretching the legs out in front of you. We're going to imagine that the toes have a light shining up towards your face, up towards your third eye, your forehead. Taking the hands down by your side, by the hips. Oh, it's Millie. Good. And I want you to engage the thigh muscles. Engage the kneecaps. Imagine the kneecaps are pulling up towards the torso. Take one roll of the shoulders. Crown of the head reaching up towards the sky. And we're just going to hold it here. So it looks very simple, but it's a really, really full body engaging position, this Tadasana, this stick pose. Our legs are all fully engaged and we might even start to see them shake. The chest is open. Even sitting upright like this can be a challenge. And it's a really good thing to try and bring into your daily life. Maybe watching the telly like this every now and then. And if this is challenging for you, you can take it up against a wall so you can feel your spine long against the wall. Nice. Engage the navel towards the spine. And then we're going to release this forward into a forward fold. So leading from the chest, I want you to imagine there's a magnet on your chest and on your big toes. And you're going to lead from your chest, folding forward, soften the knees. And then taking those hands, reaching forward either to your thighs, your knees, your shins, your ankles, your toes. You might want to take your peace fingers to your big toes. Or your hands around the feet, whatever's good for you. Soften those knees, lead from the chest, and once you're there, you can then release the head and the neck and shine the crown of the head forward. Really good. And just pausing here, feeling nice sensations across the backs of the legs. Good, and just slowing down the breath. Coming to the end of our practice, so we begin to slow down. We've united our breath with our movement, so the faster we move, the faster we breathe. The slower we move, the slower we breathe now. Telling our mind that it's okay to be calm and relaxed. Good. And then slowly rolling back up, vertebrae by vertebrae. You can use the hands and the legs to press yourself back up. Good. And we're going to come to lie on our backs with our feet in the mat. So shift it forward, nice. Keep the feet in the mat so the legs are bent. We're going to come to a bridge pose. So bringing the heels just slightly closer to the bum. So you can just brush the backs of your heels with your fingers maybe. And then pressing the feet, the heels into the mat, pressing the hips up towards the sky. Rolling through the spine, nice. And you can either pause here, or you can, especially if you've got a sticky mat, you might want to take your hands to the outsides of your mat and pull as if you're pulling the mat apart, and that helps to lift. Or you can take your hands behind your back and clasp the fingers together, pressing that together, drawing the shoulders together underneath the chest. Nice. We're going to think about, imagine lifting the chest towards the chin and the chin towards the sky, ever so slightly. Engage the core here, engage the navel to spine. Keep breathing. Good. And then releasing the fingers if they are clasped. Really slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, lowering down through the spine, feeling that massage that the earth can give your back. Really enjoying that release onto the mat. Good. Nice. And then just pausing for a moment, rotating through the lower back, just maybe taking a little bit of movement on the lower back. Good. Nice. And we're just going to take our left foot to our right knee. Good. And then lifting that right leg up off of the mat. Threading the needle, so taking your left hand through the hole, right hand around, and you can either clasp this behind the thigh or in front of the kneecap if that works for you, wherever works for you. Just thread the needle here, just beginning to get that nice stretch, this figure 4 stretch. And if you don't want to lift it, if that's too much, you can keep your right foot on the mat and just take that left foot and just feel that nice stretch in the outsides of the leg there, or you can lift it up in this reclined stretch. Slowing down the breath, beginning to think about making our exhalation longer than our inhalation. Good, and then releasing that down to the mat, and we'll swap sides. Any movement you need in the middle, take that, and then we'll swap sides. Right foot to the left knee, lift that left leg up off of the mat, thread the needle, and then draw that left knee towards you, pressing that right knee out. Imagine that counter position there, pushing one and pulling one. Good, and then just releasing your feet to the mat. Good, and then shifting the hips over to the left of the mat, taking the knees down to the right, taking our reclined twist, arms outstretched. Take the gaze towards the left, close down the eyes. Make sure the shoulders are both in the mat, so if you need to lift your knees up slightly, that's fine. Good, and then lifting the knees, coming back to center, take the other side. Shift the hips, good. Take the gaze the other way, remember shoulders into the mat. Really nice. Coming back to center. Taking any last final movements your body requires now before our Shavasana, our corpse pose, where we end our practice together. So any movements that you need, any hugging the knees, rocking, happy baby, whatever your body is calling for right now. Maybe you're just calling for a blanket for your Shavasana. And then just stretch the legs out, let the feet fall as wide as the mat. Palms facing up, and just melt into the mat now, into the earth beneath. And you don't have to do anything or think anything, just marinating in the goodness of today's practice, congratulating yourself for turning up today for yourself, giving your body and your mind what it needed. And just lie here marinating in the goodness of uniting our body, our movement and our breath. Beginning to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, bringing yourself back into your room, into your space. Turn the corners of the mouth up into a smile. Reach the arms up, stretch, full body stretch like you've just woken up in the morning. And then keeping the eyes closed, we're going to roll over onto one side, resting the head on that arm. Reminding yourself here, before you press yourself up, before you continue with your day, reminding yourself of the intention that you set yourself at the beginning of this class. Did you carry it through the class? And whether you did or you didn't, just reminding yourself of it to take through with you for the rest of your day, for your week. And then when you're ready, keeping the eyes closed, press yourself up to seated. Drawing the hands together at heart center. Bringing the thumbs up to the third eye, reminding ourselves to think kind and loving thoughts. Bringing the thumbs to the lips, to speak kind and loving words. And to our hearts, to feel love towards ourselves and others. May the light in me bring out the light in all of you. Namaste.
Thank you.
Good, you're welcome. Thank you so much for joining this Vinyasa class on unity. We hope you've enjoyed it. And don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the alert button so that you don't miss any of the other videos. And if you have come across this and you want to sign up to our Mindful Moments course, drop us a message, email us at arisewellbeing@gmail.com and we can sign you up to our free course so that you receive all the goodies. Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Bye for now.